Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm MichaelJMAD and we are back in Transport Fever. Now where we left off, we were doing pretty good. We had just finished putting the airplane or the airports in and getting that set up. So what I'm going to try to work on today is this little debacle. We are not capable of transporting enough oil with the current train setup. I've got two trains and they are not max length. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them max length and see if we can't get some more fuel or oil transferred down here and therefore up the production of oil, or fuel, sorry, because we're not actually keeping up with the demand down here. So that's what we're going to try to do, and we're going to go from there. As for updates going on this week, this video will go up on the 13th, I believe, is when it's going to go up. As it is right now, this is the 11th, there's nothing really new to talk about. I am a little sad over Microsoft's recent news of canceling Scalebound. I was really looking forward to that game, and it's been canceled, so I'm really sad about that. As far as news related to Tarkov, still haven't heard anything. They posted something this morning saying that people that had bought the second tier and third tier would be getting, possibly getting access. They're doing, I think second tier is getting 50% of them are going to be getting access of it, so yeah. I'm not 100% sure on that. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, I need to put a stoplight in here, I think, because this train's had to wait far too long for that. But yeah, we're going to jump into this. We're going to have some more fun. I do kind of have a couple of ideas of things that I want to do. I want to continue growing my cities. This city here and this city. I want to see if I can't get the rest of the production up and going on that now that we have the money to do so, kind of willy-nilly. I do want to try to get that a little bit, see if these build up. I'm also going to be probably starting a second series. This will be a slower running series where I'm just testing a few different ideas that I have. One of the ideas I want to test is if I completely delete a city, all except for maybe one road, and then rebuild it how I want, how long will it take to rebuild that city? The second idea I have is, and I may actually test that on this one, is if I put city roads down up here and start supplying this area with this, will it make a new city, or will it combine it to one of these? I may test that on this map. I'm kind of curious to see if it'll actually create a new city, so I may do that on my new map just to see if it actually expands out. So, yeah. Let's see. You are the... Yeah, you're the construction materials train. You're not getting 100% full yet, but... while I'm thinking about this. Also, I did find out about what was going on with the freight hangars. Or not hangars, but the freight planes. That is actually a mod that does that. So that will be on, when I do a modded playthrough of this, which I plan to do, that will be the next big thing that I have, is going to be having that, because I think that's going to be a very useful thing, especially like when I got that airport up there. It's kind of useless. I'm going to end up deleting it because there's not much point in that airport. Right. Now we're just waiting on... Is that yeah, that's a fuel train. We're just waiting on him to get up here. I really don't want to throw away that fuel, but I kind of want him to go back to the depot so I can upgrade him. So I'm going to take my losses and send him into the depot. So we're going to make him maximum length, and then we'll do the same thing for the other train. That's another mod I'm going to be adding into it. There's another mod that makes these terminals a lot longer. I think it's like 1,200 meters is the mod that I was looking at. Let's see. As far as any other news going on, not a whole lot. You still can't get an NES Classic anywhere unless you buy them off of eBay for like 3 times the amount that they're actually worth. By train. Also, if anybody knows of a mod that adds in, like, we didn't get the 40-ton truck until 1990, which I guess is a good game balance, but I know that they had semi-trucks prior to that. I'd like to have a mod that kind of balances that stuff out. Let's see. We can do 320 meters, so that's going to be our length right there. This is going to be the Seaham oil train. Doing pretty well on stone, and I've not checked construction materials here recently to see how we are. Yeah, we're not keeping up with the stone required to keep up production, so I may double up this track. I've got the money to do it. May double up the track and include a second stone train, because I'm not sure about how I'm going to go about that, because he is I mean, we could double track that. That's not going to be no problem. This little junction here is going to be interesting, but I should be able to double track that. Go down through here, and then could have my double track running all the way up through here. I'm not sure how I want to do that. There's a couple of different methods that we could go for there. Alright, where's my other oil train? Is this... What are you waiting on? Oh, you're waiting on that. Ooh. Why are you stopped there? You should be stopped up here. Put this up here. Another thing I wish I'd like to see is these windows to get docked and where they would stay that way. Maybe if I put a stoplight in here, that'll fix that issue. Because I was trying to prevent the main line from getting backed up like that. That's also hurting our traffic flow here as well. It may pay to actually make this bridge, this car bridge, go over. Ooh, the wonderful saves. Alright, where was I? I was right here. Oh, forgot to start my... Oh, no, I did start my timer. Okay. So yeah, if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see done on this one, I may do some of my, like, deleting of cities and trying to rebuild cities till the end of this series. Just because I don't want to destroy a new map and completely go bankrupt, of which I do plan on playing it, kind of deal. Alright, so that train is... You have fuel. I'm sad, but I'm going to have to send you back in to get your upgrade. And then this, hopefully that will help this demand up here, getting this down a little bit. But yeah, if you haven't heard, Scalebound was Microsoft's new IP that they were supposedly going to be releasing on Windows 10, PC, and I think it was going to be Xbox as well. they have decided to cancel it for, I don't really know why, to be honest. They say they wanted to continue working on the new Halo Wars 2, and I've never really got into the Halo bit, but from what I understand, Halo Wars 1 wasn't any good. I don't know. I really don't. But if they are trying to keep their IPs going and things like that, I think Scalebound would have been a new IP, a good move for them, because it did look like an amazing game. I'm honestly thinking it's got something to do with the co-developer that they were in with, because there was, in the report that I read, says that they was not going to comment on the, what was it, deals that they have with their partners or something like that. So it kind of leads me to believe that the partner has pulled out on them, and it's not necessarily Microsoft. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to set you back on the oil line. So I don't have really much information on anything else like that. I was trying to think of what else was going on. There's not a whole lot going on this week. Like I said, I'm still waiting on information on Tarkov. I'm probably going to be starting up a Star Trek Online, the original series playthrough, just because I want to play that and see what that's like. I do have a Admiral, or like a level 60 Admiral on there on the original storyline that they had put forth for us. So yeah, we'll see on that. As far as Planet Coaster goes, I'm trying to get an episode of that figured out. I'm just having a devil of a time getting the creative mindset to actually do it. It's proving to be difficult for me. I want to record it and things like that. I just can't honestly think of what to build. So, if you have any suggestions for that, I'm not the best builder in there by no means. I'm quite enjoying this, though. Also going to be doing a series with the crew and the family on Golf with Friends. That episode would have been went up today, the 11th, had the recording not completely kicked out my microphone, and the only audio you can hear is Kerberos and the other people on TeamSpeak. So I don't know what happened there. I'm putting it off to how my system works when I turn on one of my monitors and it kicks out my audio device. That, for whatever reason, it kicked out the microphone device as well. So that's what I'm going to attribute it to. It's nothing against the game or anything like that. It's just my recording setup broke. So, yeah, look forward to that. Also, if you have any suggestions of things you'd like to see me play, I've been working on the Arma server, trying to get some of the bugs ironed out of that. We're on a completely new build of that. I've completely, at this point in time, have ditched Alive. I may be putting Alive back on there, as I think Alive will work pretty well with the setup that I have on there right now. But time will tell on that. Time will tell on that. I'm not 100% sure of where that is going. Also working on an ARC series with Kerberos and whoever happens to jump in at the time. We're kind of taking that slow just to keep from getting burnt out on it. It's a difficult game to record for me just because it takes a lot of time to do it, and since it's a kind of a co-op series, the other members and things like that aren't always available to record that. And I honestly don't see a solo series being very entertaining for you guys. Just me rambling around trying to build the base or dying from dinosaurs. But, yeah. Okay, I'm kind of lingering here. I was trying to see if my oil trains were going to fix this issue. But instead of doing with trains, at least that area with trains, let's see about getting this built up, because we need to get a bus system over here for this. So let's upgrade these roads. We're going to go to that, and I want to do bus lanes or tramways. I actually kind of want to do both. That way this plane can start paying for itself. Alright, so we're going to go through the section, the main section here. And then we're going to... I wish there was like a way you could like drag and like upgrade all of the roads. Like drag a box over and just upgrade all of the roads. That would be extremely useful. Train 3 has reached its lifetime. I'm going to have to look into that and see what that is. I think train 3 is... I think that's one of my oil trains. I should have checked their lifetime before sending them back out. That was a dirt move. Also, if you're wondering about the money gap from last episode, I did let this run for a little bit while I ate dinner the other night, just so that way it would I'd have a little bit of money to play with on here for you guys. And I was making a lot more than I expected, to be honest. So that's another idea too, with the idea of being able to delete all of the city roads and then rebuild it. Is that way you could lay out a better city layout for your infrastructure and things like that. I kind of hope that that's not the case, because I mean in real life you don't just change it because it's, you know, it would suit you better. You kind of build around what you've got. But then again, it would be kind of cool being able to do that, or even create new cities based around industry that's around that particular resource, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's got all my... No, this road... No, that road's already upgraded. I think that's got all my upgrades there. I need to upgrade this actual road to something a bit faster. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to upgrade this to a large country road. It's not going to let me. Well, crud. Construction not possible. Why? Alright, well, we know what that means. We're going to spend some money. We're going to delete here. And I'm kind of deleting this stuff for a reason. I'm going to straighten it a bit. Then we're going to go to right about there, and then we're going to add in bus lanes. I don't guess where there's any really need of doing tracks for the trams. I do like the trams, but let's see. Actually, this would be a good test of something here. Let's take a medium city street and just see if it will actually build out down here, because if it does, that would be really cool. Also, we need a bus station. How are we doing on time? Got a couple of minutes. We may run this one over. I want to get this built up. So we're going to do one of these fancy bus stations. Nice big one. Also, if for the modded series that I'm going to be running, if you have any suggestions... Construction not possible. Any suggestions for mods that I should look into? We know that where I'm going to be using the air freight mod. I don't remember what it's called. I know that I'm going to be using that one, and I've got a CSX train mod lined out that I want to use just because I don't like the daft little electrics that we got. I want a proper freight train. So, yes, that ought to be interesting. Now, we're going to make a new... Whoops, that was already open. Again, see right there, that's... If I would just pop back up here where I had it, it would be great. So we're going to do new line, and this is going to be the... And I've been educated. It's pronounced... good question. I'm going to have to look how it's pronounced again. I was educated and I forgot. Sorry, Onion. Alright, so we're going to grab that there. We got to upgrade. Oops, we got to build our road back across. And then I think it's... And the autosave. Alright, I should be able to get a boat through that. Okay, there we go. Now back to adding stations. So you're going to come from there. You're going to come into this one. We're going to go there. There. We're going to push you out to there. Here. And then that actually is going to be a long line, but then it will head back to the airport. That's going to be our airport line, so that's our timer. It's Wispec, sorry. Wispec. So we're going to go Wispec, and Wispec, bus, airport, close enough. And then we're going to add some buses to it. I know we're kind of running over our limit, but it'll be okay. Let's go here. Also, another thing, this is a thing, and I'm pretty sure that here in a few game years' times that I'm going to not be able to buy any more of these vehicles. That's kind of another thing. You can change that in custom scenario settings. I think that's something they've done just to basically limit, how long the gameplay actually runs, which is kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing. So, yeah. Again, I would like to see more year-specific vehicles. Hold on a second, get some background noise. So let's buy, I don't know, 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to set them to the Wispec. Where are you? Wispec Air Bus. This was probably a bad design. I probably should have turned the airport around so it would have been a shorter hop for the bridge. But I kind of want to see how well this works, having like the large airport and ferrying people out to it. Again, I could just run the bus line over here since this is the only location that they have to go to right now. So, yeah, I'm going to be expanding it out. We are doing quite well with our grain, and how is our plastic? Did we set up a plastic line yet? No, we have not set up a plastic line. So let's look at our grain line here and see. Alright, so you go to Upper Wispec and to Lee Central. So you stop down there. I could add a grain stop here and then start trucking grain and oil up here. That's going to help our demand for that. Or I could just truck oil up here. Let's get some trucks and truck some oil up here and see if we can't get the production of that up and running. So we've got 2 lines in this one and 2 lines in that one. How do I want to do this? I could probably put a line into that, another line into this one, okay. Yeah, let's do this. So let's buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. Kind of excessive, but we've got the money. We can afford it. So let's go new line, and this is going to be oil. This is going to be the Lee oil plastic line. Okay, we're going to wrap it up here, guys. I'm going to see if this works out trucking that up there, because if we can get plastic, I think that's going to be our next big goal, is going to be getting the city growth up. So we need, let's see, what do we need plastic for? We need plastic to make the goods, which I'm going to have to figure that out. If I can make the plastic, I can bring it over here, probably via train line, honestly. I could do it by, I don't think I got a freight boat. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that next episode. But bring the plastic and some planks over here, and we're going to get goods. We start expanding out the goods. We can get Wisbeck, Lee, and even Seaham and Beddington up and see about getting those growing to make this a little bit more profitable. I mean, I know we've got plenty of money, but I want to expand out. I want to connect these cities together. And I actually don't know how much further I'm going to take this episode. My next free place map, I want to have a large ocean to cross. So quite literally, I want to have to take crude oil across to the ocean to get it refined. And I expect that to be extremely expensive, because you're not going to just straight up run a train line over the ocean. It's going to be expensive, so you're going to have to use the ships, and then maybe eventually, when you have the money, run a train line across it or something. But that's kind of what I want. So if you know any maps that kind of fit this description, it needs to have a large split map with a large ocean that you're not going to easily traverse with a train or cars, so that way it makes the freight airplanes and the boats a little bit more prominent for transporting those goods back and forth. So I do want to do that. We're going to go, let's see, we need to find train 3, and once we see what he's doing. Train 3, you are... I'm trying to think. Train 3, I think train 3 is one of the oil trains, to be honest. That's train... That's train 5. Let's see. Is this... There's train 3. So that's that old diesel. Alright, I'm going to see about getting him upgraded. I think... Can we do like an auto upgrade? Set vehicle... locomotive... I get it. And then we go to wagons, and that is our... That is strictly stone, so we need... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. We're going to go ahead and make him maximum link for his upgrade. That's too many. And then auto upgrade. Alright, so theoretically, and that's actually could be a good way to upgrade your trains, because I think when he hits this station, he'll upgrade. So let's see if that's actually how it goes, and then we'll end this episode, because we're running a little over. That is also the next thing. Trains are going to be kind of prominent in the next one, because I'm going to be adding in a couple of train mods. Also, if you know of any mods that would allow me to have more era or year-specific vehicles, obviously I don't expect 2030 vehicles, because, you know, but anything like current, from current time. So like if we hit 2012, you know, I'd expect to see, you know, semi-trucks, CSX trains, and then in like say the 1990s, you're still going to have some in the way of semi-trucks and things like that, but it's going to be slightly different. And yeah, you see he did upgrade to the new train. So that's actually a really good way to change out the trains. It's a little bit more convenient than doing it the way that I was doing it, sending it back to the depot, and it doesn't hurt your time frame that way. Could be a good way to add in carts too, maybe. That might be something to test. Anyway, I've been MichaelJMAD. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you have any comments or suggestions, throw them down in the comment section down below. And if you think of anybody that might actually like these videos, send them a link. Say, hey, go check out this idiot. Anyway, I will catch you all next time. Hi guys, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, throw them in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, subscribe. I've been MichaelJMAD, and I'll catch you next time.